Coach, let's, I guess, kind of start with the third quarter and what shifted at halftime for you guys.
Oh, energy. Yeah, I felt in that first half it wasn't really anything technical by any means. It was more their effort, their pace, their attack, aggressive mindset was on full display the entire first half. And I think our second half, we came out to start the third quarter. I think we started 26-9, and we became the aggressor. We became the team that was attacking and having them on their heels. And it was great because then they made another comeback. I think they went on a 21-7 run to take a 1-point lead, and then we closed it out 12-6 with Nicola making a couple of just clutch plays, and that's what great players do. Another triple-double for him. I thought Jamal was great tonight. Reggie off the bench. So, and I thought Pope's defense and the hustle plays, like he had a couple plays in that third quarter that I felt were just were winning plays that kind of helped us get the momentum back.
This is going to sound like a strange question, but could you be any more confident in the two-man game between Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray down the stretch in games like this?
No, I mean for 8 years now. Obviously, Nikola and Jamal have been playing together for 8 years. And how many close games have we won just letting those two play? And we down the stretch we went two-man game. I wanted to get Nicola in the post, force a double team or play straight up. He's going to make the right play. And then once we had a 2-4 point lead, flatten the court out, let them play two-man game. And Nicola popping for a three was just kind of the cherry on top. So tremendous win. What I liked about tonight was it wasn't easy. We had to work for this, and we had to pick up our energy, and we were able to do so. Now we have one game left on this odyssey of a trip, and hopefully we can find a way to go to New York and try to get one more.
Coming in, that their bench was number one in the league, and you look at the second and fourth quarter where they just, all they do is play downhill and attack you. How tough was it? Did it surprise you at all, and how did you try to counter that in the last 3 minutes?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned at halftime, we showed a couple of clips of miss turnover. They were gone. And, they were sprinting. We were kind of jogging back, not communicating, and they were getting whatever they wanted. I think they only had 4 fast break points for the game on paper. We had 18, and that's a great running team. I just think most importantly, Scott, it was us understanding who we're playing, and if we're going to try to win this game, we can't let them be the aggressor. We have to sprint with them, and we have to sprint back at them. And I felt in the second half we had examples of us getting out in the open court, finishing, attacking the basket. So, again, your two best players, Jamal and Nicola, play that way. We become a very tough team to beat.
How do you feel about the trip so far? And do these victories give you a lot of confidence before the Knicks game?
Yeah, regardless of this road trip, we're 3-1 right now on this road trip, having won the last 3 in a row. But I have all the confidence in this team. This team just won a championship. And when you have Nikola Jokic as a starting center, Jamal Murray as your starting point guard, and the display they put on in 20 playoff games last year, we walk into every arena fully expecting to win. Now we know New York's going to be a tough challenge. The last game of a road trip, guys are tired, they miss home, so we got to find a way to be mentally tough and concentrate on the task at hand, and that's going in and winning a game in the world's most famous arena.
Jokic has a triple-double now against every team in the NBA but the Washington Wizards. Indiana was a team he hadn't had a triple-double against.
That's a great trivia question. So Washington's the only one?
Only one left, yeah. He missed it by 1 last game.
All right. Well, next time we play Washington, I'm playing in 48 minutes, so he can cross that off the list.
Is that as absurd sounding to you as it is to us watching it every night?
Yeah, it's think about 10 assists, 1 turnover. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is I think we're 17-5 now in our last 22 games. My math is correct. And I just want people look up his efficiency. The guy is shooting down there 70%. He's not taking 2 shots tonight. He's not one of the guys that I led the league in field goal percentage. I averaged 3 shots a game. No, this guy is a high volume player. And, there are other great players that do it in different ways. But Nicola, the efficiency, the unselfishness, and his ability to make everyone around him better is just, he just continued to marvel at it.
Coach, you know that there's no NBA players ever committed a foul. You win
Except you.
Well, I know I did. You win 2 challenges, both on fouls called against Nicola. But he comes over and starts doing the little twirly thing to you. I mean, what are you thinking? So, I got to call Chapman. Or do you feel pretty good
When he
about it?
does this, I think we're going out after the game to get a drink. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. I remember the first summer league, they put in on a trial basis, the challenge. And I remember I was talking with Becky Hammond, who's now the head coach of the Aces, and is a hell of a coach. And she was coaching the Spurs summer league team. I asked her about it. I said, well, what was your take on the coach's challenge? And she said, I learned this. Players are all liars. Every one of them said, I didn't foul him. And they'd go to the TV and watch it and say, yes, you did foul him. But, Nikola, we've been together for 9 years, and he has proven to be very trustworthy. And I think the coaches are saying after the game, I think there's 5 challenges in a row that we've been able to win. I really don't keep track of that stuff. We take it just one challenge at a time. But, those can be, game-changing type of a play. And I thought that late one was. It works out in our favor, and he was being held before the foul, so I'm glad they saw that and they overturned it.
Obviously, there's so much emphasis on KCP's defense, rightfully so, but when he's able to have a little surge, hits a couple threes, gets going offensively, how much does that sort of spark the rest of the team? It ends up feels like fueling the transition game. I think 10 of the fast break points were in that third quarter as he started.
Yeah, it's when we can find a game where you get all 5 starters playing at a high level in terms of shooting, scoring, efficiency, then we already know that our 5-man starting unit is analytically, I think, the best analytical, efficient 5-man unit in the NBA. And so when Pope is knocking down threes, he's driving and finishing at the basket, which he did tonight, and then he's giving you the defense and the hustle and the 5 rebounds. He's a 2-time world champion. He finds a way to impact the game in a lot of different ways without me calling many plays for him. And that speaks a lot to his mindset and being completely selfless for this team and franchise.
Is the rock, paper, scissors with him and Jamal for the right to take the technical free throws that coach sanctioned, or?
No, I'll let them. They can figure that out. It's I think Pope's free throw percentage is just through the roof, and Jamal lives for those moments. So we used to have a rule that if you go up there and you shoot it and you miss it, well, you go get to the back of the line because you just messed up your opportunity. But Jamal was 6 for 6. We were 15 for 17, and we don't get there a ton, but our free throw percentage is really a drastic change from where we were the first month and a half of the season when we were dead last. So Ryan Bowen lives to coach another day.
Coach, they did that rock, paper, scissors twice.
Did they?
They